Happy 2019, everybody. Really excited for the year that we have ahead of us and just looking forward to keep connecting with everybody on here on the podcast, at the meetup, on social media, whichever place we end up hanging out. Really excited about the episode we're bringing out today. Just like we did last year, we're doing 2019 market predictions. And just to give you a little bit of a primer of what might happen this year. Of course, all of this is a guess. Nobody really knows what's going to happen, but this is just kind of people's intuition, hunches, based on their line of work. So everybody's either brokers, investors, or there's some as well as some mortgage brokers as well mixed into the mix. So. Without further ado, gonna bring this to you. As always though, wanted to say thank you to American IRA for sponsoring the podcast, for helping make this possible, and for helping deliver great product for everybody. So we're gonna start off with just my thoughts. 2019 is going to be, I thought last year, 2018 was gonna be a little bit of a slower year and ended up being a really strong year. So 2019, I'm kind of having a similar thought process on this. I think it's not gonna be a downturn at all. Just anticipating and making decisions around the fact that there's not going to be the same amount of explosive growth that we saw this year. That is a good thing in my opinion for the market. Just tamper things off a little bit and hopefully bring it back to being a little bit more inventory, not as strong of a seller's market, and kind of put the scales a little bit more even for sellers and for buyers as well. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think below, and without further ado, I'm going to get started with Elena Eco-Virgin. She was on the show a little bit, I think it was market update for Q2, I believe, back in June. She's with Coldwell Banker, so check it out. Let us know below what you think is going to happen, and we will see you all next week. Take care.
Can you believe that 2019 is almost around the corner? So what can we expect from it in regards to real estate world? Well, it looks like mortgage rates and home prices continue to go up. This change makes home ownership a little less affordable for some people. This change also drives the market into more of a balanced market where month supply continues to go up, making it more of a buyer's market versus seller's market.
Hey folks, this is Greg Bogus with Executive Home Lending. 2018 has been a great year. My prediction is that for 2019, anything about an hour from Asheville is good to go. Here's to another great year.
Hey, good afternoon, folks. This is Peter Hanley with Hendersonville Real Estate Services. My friend Rodrigo asked me to give him a snapshot or a prognostication for 2019 for our market here in Henderson County, real estate market, of course. And I agreed to do that, as much as I don't like doing it, but I'm happy to sit here and give you a few words. 2017 and 2018 were pretty fabulous. We had a lot of sales across the board. Prices had come up. Now looking at the end of 2018 and going into 2019, we have there's not a lot of activity at this time of year because it's a holiday. People don't want to move or get involved in projects at this time of year. But come the end of January, February, and March, things will definitely pick up. Our prices have, I think, stabilized going forward. The inventory is down, but I believe the inventory is going to come back up. We work with a few builders. There's projects underway from $200,000 to over $400,000 that we've had inquiries already, and they're not even complete. So I am optimistic in that respect. There's a couple of large projects for affordable housing that are underway here in Henderson County. We also do work in Polk County and Transylvania County and Buncombe County, but Henderson is our primary area. Rodrigo can help you if you're looking for a home. Hendersonville Real Estate Services will be there to assist you if you feel a need to come to our area. And I think you'll enjoy it once you get here. Give us a call and take care. Have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday, and we'll look forward to hearing from you in the new year. Take care. Bye.
Hey folks, this is Eddie Ramp, owner of Zen Mountain Realty and General Contracting. I have been asked to give some predictions as far as the 2019 WNC real estate market, and to me it's overwhelmingly obvious what we're moving into is a shift towards balance. It's been nice for the last couple of years having properties move in 24 hours or less if you're a seller, but the buyers have had it pretty rough. So I think all in all, what that's going to do is really help the market, make it a more positive, steady, sustainable situation. And as long as interest rates don't rise at a pace that the buyers' buying power cannot keep up, I think what we're going to see is some positive, steady growth for the next few years, most likely, but definitely in 2019. Thanks for having me.
Hi there, Daniel Castillo with the Gleason team. And my prediction for 2019 is that we're going to see a lot more of the same that we've seen over the last several years. It's still a fantastic time for sellers in the market. People are still buying. We're actually seeing a rise in average and medium home sales. We've seen an increase in listings to close on the ratio from that. So we're seeing more homes closing relative to the listings that are available. And if you're looking to buy, it's still not looking like a terrible time. It doesn't look like we're going to have a bubble that's going to burst and come crashing down anytime soon. So I'd say things are looking pretty positive for everybody moving forward.
Hi, this is Ashley and Katie Giacchetti. We are local real estate brokers in the Asheville area, and it's that time of year again for market predictions. What we've seen the last quarter of this year is a slight dip in the market, which is typical for the holiday season. I expect for that to continue throughout the winter and then hopefully pick back up again in the spring. This actually makes it a really ideal time for buyers to move on the property that they want because sellers may be a little anxious and more motivated with the days of market that their house has been on.
And as for the new year and what we're going to expect in 2019, which I know everyone is bated breath waiting for a prediction, I believe since the interest rates have been rising over the last few months, what we're going to see is our pricing either come down to accommodate for that or at least level out, if nothing else. So that's how I foresee 2019 going for our real estate market here in Asheville.
We hope that you have a wonderful holiday and a happy new year, and here's to a successful 2019 for all of us.
Yay, 2019.
With all your things you're doing nationwide, talking to all these investors, have you noticed, do you feel like you have a good a pulse on trends and things that are going?
Oh yeah, people talk to me.
Yeah. So I'd be really curious to know how you see what's happened over the last 2 years and then maybe what's going to happen in the next 2 years moving forward. If you have any inclinations or...
I'm selling everything.
You're selling everything now?
I'm sitting on first of all my properties that are not in Roths that I've acquired previously we're selling. Look, I could be dead wrong. Here's the problem. When predicting the economy, it's like I got an aunt who's 92.
Yeah.
And she's got cancer and heart disease. We know how this ends. I can't tell you the day.
Right.
And some of them are stubborn and mean enough. They might make it into their hundreds in spite of all that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So same thing here, but here's what I see. The Fed is raising rates. This boom right now is artificially driven. It's not driven by corporate earnings. It's not driven by productivity. It is driven by government setting artificially low rates. And now that the government's taking the crack away from the party, the Fed is raising rates. And they're doing it because Trump's policies have been very pro-business. And the economy is starting to get really hot, which I would think that's a good thing. But they want to take away the punch bowl for a variety of reasons. And there's some theoretical reasons that I get.
I heard that they're wanting to raise rates. The best theory I've heard that made sense to me, no idea if it's right or not, is that they're raising rates so that they can lower them later if they need to.
Here's the fallacy.
If they stay low, they can't lower them
And
anymore.
that is the theory. Here's the problem.
What's the problem?
They've had rates for so artificially low for so long that the laws of economics, such as they are, no longer work correctly. It's like a black hole. When you get nearer to a black hole, the laws of physics change.
Right.
Same thing when you get close to zero rates. So even if they raise the rates, they're close enough to zero that dropping the rates from, let's say they raise it to, 2%, 3%, whatever, dropping that to zero ain't going to mean squat once the feces hits the rotating blade device. They have abused the tool for political popularity. Democrats and Republicans both. The Democrats pioneered it because they're good with socialism. The Republicans said, well, to be politically competitive, we need to do the same.
Gotcha.
So rates have been used to artificially inflate the economy. Here's the problem with debt.
And now they're going back up. What's going to happen?
One day you got to pay it back.
Right.
And that's when you get a nasty, massive deflationary recession, which for us is an opportunity if what? You're prepared and you got access to cash. So I'm cashing out. Now, could I be dead wrong? Yeah, but I am putting my money where my mouth is.
Right.
The stuff we bought 09 to 12, has doubled to tripled in price.
And so you're cashing out on it.
And when people feel insecure, because a lot of this is feelings.
Right.
So when the market crashes and people just feel insecure, they might have the money to buy,
But they might not.
but they'll sit, even if they do,
They won't take action on it. Right?
fear. They sit on it, they don't buy, asset values deflate. That's when we're going to buy.
Right. So you're selling now. When do you anticipate your buying cycle to
God
start?
only knows, because we
You're going
have
to take a guess. Knowing that it's a total guess, right?
5 to 10 years.
Next year.
I know what you're going to ask.
What
What's
do you
the
think?
market going to do?
What do you think?
Jeez. What I honestly...
Without predicting, right?
Yes.
Just no prediction. This is just an, gut feel. Like if you're,
I don't know. I think what I tell people and the way that I approach it is I don't think it's necessarily like a bad idea to buy right now. I do think that the market is up. And so if you're going to buy now, since we don't know what's going to happen next year, is you need to be willing to hold on to it. I wouldn't buy it with the intention or guarantee, that you're guaranteed to flip it out next year. I mean, that could still happen, but
that's your only strategy.
If that's your only strategy, that might not be the best one. I mean, I'm willing to buy right now, but as long as I know that the numbers work for the long run, because I think over the long run, real estate always goes up pretty much. 20, 30 years, you're going to be okay.
But 5, 6 years, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
So that's the way I approach it, and I know that doesn't maybe give you the answer on next year if I think it's going to drop out. I don't know that it's going to drop out like it did before.
Yeah.
I'm Stephanie Estrada, Asheville's relocation coach with Exit Realty Vistas. 2018 was really good. We saw lots of activity and lots of movement, where homes stayed on the market for an average of 19 days, and these homes sold for about 99% of the listing price. 2019 is going to be a little bit different. I'm predicting that inventory will remain active longer and that homes will remain on the market for at least 30 days. 2019 is going to bring an excellent year for buyers and for true real estate professionals, so I'm really excited to get started. Happy New Year's, everybody! Don't forget to stay tuned in with Asheville's real estate news for more great information.